Hi, everybody. It's Zoe, Zoe Burton, and I am here. I'm doing this from my phone, which I have never done before. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. So I'm putting it. What is this? I'm trying to get it to show. What is this? On my, and I spelled that wrong. Hi, Marcia, and hi, Deborah Ann. I'm trying to look. There it is. Now I can see it on my laptop too. So it's good to see you guys. Oh, there's comments. Hi, it's good to see you guys. I missed you last week. But I was at this time last week, 8 o'clock. I want to say Blake Shelton had taken the stage. No, he was in about the middle of his songs. I think we were still wandering around looking for t-shirts. Because what we did, me and Angela, is we went as soon as Blake started. Hi, Shirley. As soon as Blake started singing, we got up and went downstairs. We got food and went to the bathroom and we got t-shirts. I did have fun. I had a good time. I screamed myself hoarse, especially after 9 o'clock when, George came on a little late and then they never did have his sound right. So when he spoke, you couldn't actually hear him. It was like, really loud. But I screamed, I'm telling you, I screamed my full head off. If you go to my page or my wall, Angela tagged me in a lot of videos and stuff, and you can't really hear me, but I sang almost every George Strait song, the ones I knew. He's got some new ones that I don't know, but the older ones I sang along with the other 74,999 people. So it was great. It was great. And the other singers, it was Ray Lynn, who must have been on that show that Blake is on, The Voice. So she was like a half an hour. We thought that Blake should have given up a half an hour of his show for her, but whatever. She was there for half an hour, and then there was Midland, which I enjoy. I like Midland. I only know a couple of their songs, but I like them. And then there was, I think his name was Chris Jansen, and I've heard one of his songs, and he was a lot of fun. And he was very open about, he's married, and he has like 4 kids, but they're not all his kids, but he believes that, you're a family and it's not step kids. My kids are your kids are my kids, and then there's our kids. So he was really awesome, and he had a video to go along with one of his songs. It was his wife and him and his kids. And then there was Blake, and like I said, we went down. But by the time we came back up, Blake was starting his old songs, and that's the ones we like. We're not really fond of his newer stuff. So we sang along with some of those. And then George came on. Oh my gosh. I just love George Strait. The only thing that would have been better, hi Kimberly. The only thing that would have been better was if I could have met him. That was the only thing, but going to a concert was on my bucket list. So, you did find me. I tried to make it easier today. I don't know how much easier it was, but I tried. But anyhow, I'm on my phone. So, that's how I made it work, is to get on my phone. So, because Facebook on my laptop will not play nice with my camera. So, it's weird to me. But I realize I can see people's comments in the bottom of my phone, but I can only see from here up my head. But Rose tells me that you can get like a holder or something to hold the phone. So I've got it leaned up against my. Hey, Leanie! Leanie's here too. I've got my phone leaned up against my I've got my laptop open, so. Anyhow, I had a great time. I left my house at I was supposed to leave at 6:30. No, I was supposed to leave at 6. And I didn't get out of the house till 4 or 5 minutes after. And then I didn't get done maybe 10 after. And then I didn't get done at McDonald's because, they're slow. Fast food is not fast in this town. So it took me a while to get out of McDonald's, and then I had to stop and get gas and go potty halfway there. So, yeah. I got there at I was supposed to be there at 9:30. I got there at 9:40, and then we had I had to eat by the time we got there. I had to have protein. So we stopped at Panera and got me a sandwich, and then we went to COSI, which is a science museum. Kind of a museum, I guess. It's like a science center. It's got a lot of interactive things for kids, but the thing that we were wanting to see, well, Angela wanted to see, and I was curious about it, is there's a Jim Henson / Muppets exhibit. And we took an hour or so to go through that, and that was really interesting, how Jim Henson got started. And I didn't know he was really young when he died. But fast food, not fast anywhere. Not anymore as it used to be. It's a little more convenient, but you sit and wait. So at least I got my food order correct. So, we take that with and be happy around here. Because they go through people that you don't always get the right food. You have to watch if you order chicken tenders, because they'll put chicken nuggets, and you have to say no. Stop them dead. No, I said tenders, not nuggets. So, but they have all new people. So we'll go through this again in the fall, because all these kids will go back to school and they'll hire all new people. But anyway, we did COSI. We saw and then they had this other exhibit. It was about cars. It was Honda, but it was about cars, and it was really cool because I could go through it and I could see, I knew what they were talking about, with the springs, the suspension, because I know so much about racing. And I could say this is what they use, and here's the packers that they put in the springs, and it was rubbers. They call them a round of rubber. Rubbers in the thing. They can pull them out and they can put them in to stiffen and loosen up the suspension. So, and then and I kept saying to Angela, I said, I am terrible with simulators. But they have this Honda 4-wheeler sitting there, and they had a video, and then you just push a button, or I think you hit the throttle. But you don't actually do any steering or anything. So it was pretty cool. But we had a lot of fun at that, and then we went over and parked. Hi, Karen. It's good to see ya. We went over and parked. We had paid for parking, and there was no tailgating in our part of the lot. But it was really close. At the end of the, maybe 20 feet away is the steps to the bridge. We had to take a bridge over 2 sections of highway and a river. And I don't like bridges, to get to Ohio State University. And we had to walk. I bet we walked, that was at least a mile, if not more. Around the front, and we had to go to the bathroom. They had a big line of porta potties. So we went to the bathroom. And then we went up and we got food and we got our seats. So here I am juggling, because you can take a little wristlet in, 5 by 8 by 1, okay? And no clear backpacks, no nothing. And you didn't even get a bag for the t-shirts. So we're all carrying our t-shirts around, draped over our arms, because we got nothing. We're not allowed nothing to carry anything in. So here I am with 2 hot dogs. What I have, when we got up there, I had 2 hot dogs, a bottle of water, and a big honking cup of Diet Coke. $6.50. And then I see this, and I'm looking at it, and Angela's like, that's not marijuana leaves. I'm like, I hope not. So I don't know what that is, but it's not marijuana leaves, she says. So, because I was like, this is OSU. What's this? It's a college. But, we had a great time. We sat, I spent almost $40 on food. That's on hot dogs. Hot dogs, and I got a cookie for $5. And 2 things of pop. So, and 2 bottles of water. So it was pretty crazy. But we had a great time, and we had gotten seats that were not, because we waited so long to get tickets, Like, I was in seat 3, she was in 14, but we got there before anybody else did, so we just sat together, 3 and 4. Nobody said a word. They all just kind of filled in on the other side of Angela, and then there was 2 people on the other side of me, and they got there kind of late, so. But we had a great time. It wasn't too hot, and you know what, I had my hair braided, and I had one of those little, rubber thingies for your braid, and at some point, before we even got to Kosai, the thingy fell out and my braid started to unravel. So by the time we get to the concert, my hair's hanging down like this. So I was really grateful that it was not really hot. It was like overcast and not cool, but it wasn't hot. It was comfortable. And I was grateful because I had hair hanging down to my butt the whole day, basically. So, because we never did find a CVS or anywhere to go get, and I had extra thingies, but they were in my duffel bag in the hotel because I spent the night in Angela's hotel room, so I didn't have to drive after 20 hours. I would have, and I would have gotten home exactly 24 hours after I got up, but I didn't do it. I stayed the night and got a little bit of sleep, and then went home the next day and slept on Sunday. But I did have fun. How long have I been yakking? 10, 11 minutes I've been yakking about that concert. It was great. It was great. It was just great. I can't even begin to describe how wonderful George Strait is. Yeah, so that's one thing off my bucket list. And I drove a race car. I have 2 things off my bucket list. I don't even know where the rest of my bucket list is. Maybe I should make a new one. Anyhow, update. Oh, and Jasper stayed with... the next door neighbor has 3 kids. She has 2 girls and a boy. And the oldest girl is like 20 or something. She graduated 2 years ago, so I think she's like right around 20. And I paid her to come spend the night. They came over at like 10 or so, and they checked on Jasper and they let him out. And then she fed him, and she spent the night with him. And I warned her. I said, he's a bed hog. And when I took the money over to pay her on Sunday, she's like, you were right. He is a bed hog. I'm like, yeah. He will be, because he lays right up next to you. And then when you move, he will move right along with you. Yeah, thank you. I did. I had a great time. That was well worth the hassle and the stress of getting everything together on Sunday. And I missed 3 days of work because I missed a day getting ready, a day that I was there, and then the day after to recover, but whatever. It was great. I had a great time. Anyhow, on to my updates. You may have noticed, I think I posted about it in a couple places earlier, it's not a new book. I took my 2 Regency series, my Promises series, which is I Promise To and Promises Kept, and I took my Darcy Marriage series, which is Darcy's Wife's Search, Lady Catherine Impedes, and Caroline's Censure. And I put them all in one book. And then I put that book in Kindle Unlimited. So that means I had to take all the other books, the box sets and the individual books, off of all the other vendors. So right now you can only get those books. The new box set and the other 5 books, you can get them... Well, no, you can get the other box sets, too. You can get them only at Amazon. The only one that's in Kindle Unlimited is the new box set. But it's in Kindle Unlimited. That's 5 books, 2 series. So it's going to be in there till mid-September. And then if you want to buy it instead, and I know Marcia already took care of it. If you want to buy it, it's $7.99, and that's a deal because that's 5 books, and it's, I don't remember how much that is. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like $20 worth of books for $7.99. So really, that's not a bad deal. And a lot of people like box sets better than, like, they can afford a box set better than they can the 7 books. So that's my big news. And that one's in Kindle Unlimited. Yes, well worth the money. Yes. And I kind of like doing the box sets for that reason, because it is cheaper. And I know there are people who really prefer it that way. Um, Other writing news. The only writing I did was blog writing. You bought Leanie's too? She's been going through and cycling hers. Leanie's are great. But she gives me all her books. So one of these days I've decided I'm going to take a weekend, like if I'm sick or something, and I'm just going to start reading her books. Because I think she's got more than me. Because she does novellas, and so they come out faster. And she has a far better work ethic than I do. Really. I mean, she's a workaholic. We love her, though. But she's a workaholic. She writes very, very well. I could only hope to write as good as she does. Her characterization is just... She can make even the most hated characters lovable. I'm not sure I could do that. I can, however, take characters and make them mean and evil. I'm good at that. Anyway, the only writing I did this week was a writer's journal post that I forgot to publish. Like I had it set to, I forgot to click schedule. So I go in last night. Was it last night? I think it was last night. I go in I don't remember what I was doing. I was looking at stats or something. And I said, I shouldn't have any draft posts. So I clicked it last night, published it last night. It was like 36 hours late or something. Oops. But anyway, that's the blog. Yes, Leanie Brown is good. She is. I love her books. I like Rose's books. I like my own books. So what I did last night was get some Monday posts ready. So I have 2 Monday posts already scheduled. Today I worked on Tuesday. I got 2 Tuesday posts scheduled, and I got 2 Writer's Journal posts for Wednesday scheduled. So I'm halfway done for 2 weeks. So the goal is tomorrow, before our Longbourn Literary Society live broadcast, to write one of the stories, either the Thursday story or the Friday story, to write for a couple of hours and come up with a couple weeks worth of posts. And then on Sunday, because I'm going to watch the Xfinity race on Sunday. And so between church, because I'm going to do live streaming on church because it's Father's Day and whatever. I'm just not going to go. I'm going to drive 40 minutes. Plus my truck is still, when my truck gets fixed, I'll drive down to church on Sundays. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, between that and the Xfinity race starts at 5:30, so I'm going to have like 5 hours. Feed the dog, feed myself, and then I can sit down and write on the other story. That's my goal. It's kind of ambitious, but that's my goal. And then, of course, our Longbourn Literary Society tomorrow broadcast is at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And that's like my news. So, that's my news. Anybody have any questions for me? I don't really like doing this on my phone, but I'll do it. I just think I look funny on the phone. I think maybe I don't know what it is. I just look funny on the phone. Maybe it's the shape of my phone. I saw somebody with a big, massive, like, huge phone. Must have been an iPhone over the weekend. I want to say it was at that concert. I'm like, how did you get that thing in here? Surely you must have carried it, because mine's only this big, and I had to carry it. So. And then there's the bathroom at Ohio State where we were at, on the floor we were at, and all that. There's four stalls. I think it's 4 regular stalls and 1 handicap. And the one regular stall on the end, I found out the hard way, if the person next to you leaves and nobody else closes that door and locks it, your door pops open. That was a little embarrassing. So, Leanie's box sets are great. I don't remember the name of the new one. Isn't it Darcy something? I don't know. She's really good, not only with the writing, but she's really good with knowing, how to market them and stuff. And she's dedicated. She's dedicated. I'd like to be more like Leanie. But someday. Anyhow, I'm trying to think of what else might be interesting to chat about. Oh, I already asked the girl next door if she'll take care of Jasper for me while I'm in the Darcy Cottage 2. That's what it's called. I already asked the neighbor girl if she will come and dog sit in November when I have to go to the conference. So she said yes. I'm like, yay! There's going to be a couple other days. Probably when I'm going to see Brad Paisley on August 1st. Thank you. I try to be me. I try. I was grumpy this morning. My sister got off the phone with me really quick, and she said her husband was calling, and he might have been. But I really suspect that she just didn't want to talk to me because I was grumpy. But I be me. I do my best. I got a plan for the story, for the Thursday story. Your children are dog sitting. They earn their spending money that way. That's good. That's good. Faith earned $50 because she had to be here like basically all day and then all night. It's $25. I paid $25 for overnight, and then like $10. Like she should be doing 3 different things, like coming at 10 in the morning, coming at 2, and feeding and that. So I mean, but for a whole day it's $50. So she's gonna earn like, what I figure that was $300. She's gonna earn in November. Hi Terry, it's good to see you. But really, Jasper's so easy to dog sit. But he did. I see evidence where he did poop in the house. But they already knew he does that, so they didn't even tell me. So, because I know her mom came over too, which is just fine. I like my neighbors because they don't make me be social. And she said to me the other day, she said, Friday, as a matter of fact, I went over there to make sure that Faith could do it, and I left my business card with my cell phone number on it, and I said, she said, the people that used to live here and the people before them that lived here were all social butterflies. And she said, I just wanted to be left alone, she said. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because I've spent almost 3 years. Hi. I'm so glad you came, Terry. I don't know if you've ever come before. I don't know. You may have, and I don't remember. Anyhow, my neighbor was saying she was, and I was like, I'm so glad you said that because I just want to be left alone. Just want to do my thing and not have people all up in my business. Anyhow, I do have Rose help me make a plan for the story, for the Thursday story. So that it should go easier. I just got to sit down and I got to say, you can do this. There's no need to worry or freak out. And you have to do it because you have to have a book out very soon. So I bought myself a little bit of time with the box set, but I don't want to wait till the last minute to get this done and then have to have somebody read in a week again. I want to give them 2 or 3 weeks. And I know I could write this book in 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. I could have the whole thing done. So I know I can't wait either. I just want to see it come out. I could do the race story. I'm about a third of the way through the race story. And so I could do that. Technically, if I just sat down and did nothing but race story, I could have it done in a week. Okay, Terry, that's fine. I understand not having a good connection. When I lived in Columbiana County, I didn't have a great... I lived by the Ohio River. I didn't have a great connection either. I had to stand outside to use my cell phone. So, anyhow, does anybody have any questions? Anything you're curious about, or, you're wanting to know, or about what I'm writing, or what I'm doing? I didn't mow the grass, by the way, and it may not get done till like Wednesday or Thursday next week. That'll make 2 weeks, but I just didn't sleep well, and I didn't feel like doing it. If I had a riding mower, I'd have had that grass mowed. But no, I have to go out and push the thing, so. Anyhow, and then I saw a purple motorcycle for sale, $1,800, 250 cc, which is like perfect. And it was $1,800, and I don't have $1,800. And I said, yeah. So I will one day soon. I will have $1,800 to buy a motorcycle with, but that one will probably be gone. So I may not get a purple bike. I may get a black bike, right? $250 for a used mower. Long as it runs. Alrighty, well, it's been 25 minutes already. So, this is kind of short, but we're out of practice from yakking at each other. And I didn't have a whole lot of news. So, anyhow, thank you everybody for coming. And I'm going to check back here in a few minutes and see if there's any other comments. But thank you for coming and listening to me yak. I appreciate it. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.